Yeah, so I've just really been sharing some insight from my organisation, Energy Systems Catapult, that we work in the UK, not-for-profit organisation trying to help people navigate these massive changes that we're under. So I was sort of highlighting what we pioneer is the whole systems approach. That means you've got to bring many aspects of the sector together, particularly with the consumer at the heart. I was then going into some of the work that we've been doing around a concept called energy as a service, and some of the work we've been doing particularly around heat, because that's one of the big challenges in the UK is how do you decarbonise heat. So heat as a service, as a way of engaging consumers in a different way. I was then getting into some of the learning we've had on transport as well. Also the way in which data is so critical to being able to look at some of these changes, and the work we've been doing with our living lab to create those real world demonstrators with real people in real homes to really get the understanding of how they interact. And then started to also just talk about some of the facts that, or the work that we've been doing around our Fair Futures programme, because we need an equitable system. Everybody needs to be part of this future system, making sure nobody's sort of forgotten about. And then lastly, not forgetting the innovators, the startups, the clever businesses that are coming through. They really also need to have a deep understanding of consumers and how their value propositions are going to change and their business models are going to change in order for them to be successful. So again, I give a couple of examples there of some innovators that we're working with through our incubator and accelerator, and the importance of consumer insights for their future success as well. So I think it's this concept of energy as a service. I really genuinely believe that could be a vehicle to unlock many of these challenges. If you start to have energy service providers or aggregators that are a different integration point on the energy system, providing the service that people want, so people are getting the outcomes that they want, rather than having to worry about things like kilowatt hours. That delivers a better outcome for the consumer. Means they don't, you're not relying on them to have to deal with how to decarbonise, but it also allows the policymakers and other stakeholders to then apply the right policy, low carbon policies at that new point of integration, in order to bring forward those low carbon solutions. At the same time, the service provider could potentially unlock other revenue streams. For example, the need for ancillary services on the networks and the revenues that may come from demand-side response and flexibility to make the overall economics of it all work. So again, you get that win-win. The consumer gets the outcome that they want. The policymaker gets to be able to have a point of integration where they can apply low-carbon solutions, and the service provider, gets the economics right in terms of them being able to provide the service that they want with the return that they need. So I think that's one model that I think is absolutely worth investigating further, and that would be my key message for the conference.